Hey everybody, and welcome to Stack Abilities. Today I'm going to be doing a comparison video between Netflix and Disney, so just make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any opinions on your own about Netflix or Disney. Start right here. Obviously, since Disney's come out, it's kind of caused a little bit of a ruckus, but not really that much of an impact on the share price of Netflix on an overall scale. It still went down a good bit when Disney had their new movies coming out, things like that, but Netflix hasn't really taken a realistically big hit, at least not historically. We got Disney here, which has been kind of in an uptrend. They had big success with their movies recently when they launched Disney Plus, and they're just kind of going up and up and up. It's unsure where the pause point or the resistance point is going to come in, but still looks rather healthy. Could run a little bit more. I think there's going to be a little bit of a pullback coming up here soon, but it's going to be more of a comparison video, so we're just going to go through different little articles here. And obviously, the main thing to point out here is that Disney offers kind of unique content. It's more nostalgic, though, than kind of a continual something or other that you'd see on Netflix, where you'd have a variety of different content. Disney focuses, at least on their Disney Plus platform, more in regards to the cartoony or the younger audience. Not to say that it doesn't appeal to adults, but it's more of a family friendly content rather than you see on Netflix, where it's both family and adults and so on. Now, of course, they're way better in the family content and the kid content, but I'll get to that in a little bit here. And the main selling point, obviously, here is that for Disney Plus, it's a little bit less. They have some package deals going on with Verizon, so you get a little bit of a better chance to get a little bit cheaper than you would, or you get it for free through your carrier. They also have a Hulu package going on. It's kind of a good deal if you have Hulu. If not, it's the combination is kind of a little bit pricier. But essentially, the selling point is that it's cheaper than Netflix, which is a good thing, obviously. And Netflix, of course, priced a little bit higher, but it has kind of a wider audience. You got adult content, kid content, and so on. And they have a lot of exclusive contracts with like Seinfeld and things like that coming up. And you got Disney Plus. They're boasting over 600 movies and TV shows. A lot of it's just rehashed old content. So there isn't a lot of new content in regards to it. There is a good bit of new content, but it's not like new. And a lot of it's just remasters and things like that. They're need to work on the content a little bit outside of just fairy tale type of stuff. You got Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, you got Star Wars type of stuff too, which is interesting. But after that, the nostalgia wears off, and then you realize there isn't a lot of content additionally for an older audience. But that could change in the future. It's a new platform. Now I'm going to cover this aspect here that is specifically highlighted. They do not want to include R-rated content on Disney Plus, obviously, because they're catering to a specific audience. They're not gonna push the adult content onto them. On Hulu, you might see some of it, but for Disney Plus, you won't see that kind of content, which kind of limits their audience as well and expansion and subscription basis. But they're catering to a niche, so it's just one of the many things that Disney does in general. Of course, since Disney had came out with the Disney Plus, Netflix is realizing they need to work a little bit better on their kid-friendly content. They were doing like a it was like a SpongeBob musical or something like that with Nickelodeon and some other things going on. They're trying to gain back some of the market share, and it's going to take a little bit of a hit on Netflix, but it's not going to kill their business model. And I don't believe they'll be reducing prices just on Disney Plus alone. That's I think the biggest worry is that it's not just Disney Plus, but other competing streaming services such as Amazon and so on. And obviously, there's more to Disney than just the kid-friendly Disney Plus. They're kind of expanding and been for quite a while with different comic hero kind of things, and of course their old classics remastered that have been bringing them in lots of money, and that helps bring up the market share as well. Obviously, more capital and more value and more growth potential, the more the company's going to be worth. Obviously, this isn't really a big thing, but it's something to keep in mind that they can receive some backlash that might cause some volatility, and they're probably going to push this and some other headlines more in the coming months just to kind of push it down so that they can get more cheap shares before it continues up in the long term. Pretty bullish on Disney, pretty bullish on Netflix. Disney's kind of undervalued in comparison to Netflix in the sense of all their other aspects. Disney Plus is just a small portion of that. Other thing to keep in mind is that uh, recently there's some laws that changed, and they are trying to terminate a 71-year agreement that could theoretically give studios ownership over what plays in multiplexes. There's upside, downside to this. The upside, I think, is more on Disney's end because Disney has more direct contact with studios and networks like that. Now, of course, Netflix does as well, but you don't really hear Netflix having big box office movies such as Avengers and things like that. So, just something to consider. But yeah, this is just a basic comparison video between Netflix and Disney. And go into too many details in future videos. I'll cover a little bit more. I just wanted to get a video out there for you guys that were asking me, both on my Discord channel and some other things. You can check all of that out in the description below, and all of these resources I will be posting as well. Thanks for listening in, and have a nice day.